Hey, this is CNG Gamer from the Smash Shadalizers, aka Epic Mickey for Smash on Twitter, and yes, this is the second part of is it possible to defeat Epic Mickey without touching the color red? If you have not yet, I suggest you check the first part so you understand where we left off. Check the eye on the top right, and without further ado, let's begin. All the rules are still the same, by the way, so do not worry. So after we defeated the clock tower, I got to Mean Street. Now things get much harder because there is red in almost every area on Mean Street as well as other places. There are a lot of lights here full of ready tickets, so I cannot shake or spin around them at all. There are a lot of other objects here that I cannot touch and or interact with, and I might point them out later. We're supposed to find two gears, one from Big Bad Pete, who we got introduced to in the past cutscene, and who is Horse Collar and Detective. So I went to Big Bad Pete first for like no reason. And he had to remind us that we did not help Small Pete. Okay, you know, you're doing this for a reason, so thank you, Pete. Just thank you for making us feel miserable. Anyways, he told us that there's a gear with Gilda who turns us to partake in her race. There's not really much red in that race, so it was no problem at all. After that, we finally got our first gear, and now onto our second one with none other than Horse Collar. Well, not exactly him. You see, we have to go to Casey's Emporium to get his book back, and then to Polly's ice cream parlor because Casey gave it to him for some strange reason. So we retrieve it, give it to Horace, and he gives us the gear. Finally. Then now we have to go to Grandma Marcus at the Penny Arcade. He tells us that we need one more thing, a Power Spark. Okay, but why did you not tell us this before? But do not worry, we have to get one. We can buy it, but I would much rather get it from Lolly, the one who works at the Mean Street Museum. But guess what? I could have got a Power Spark from Casey in the Emporium, and why did I forget that? I had to buy it from the usher. But anyways, I brought the Power Spark, and I was led into the projector for Oztown. So I went through the projector and went through the mirror. See what I did there? But anyways, the projector had not too much red, so it was easy. Also, what is good is that I only just got one e-ticket. I was trying to be very careful to not get any others, and the only one I got was on the globe, the very first one. And I just jumped after the second one. So yeah, after that we got to Oztown, and of course I had to go to Clarabelle since I don't think it's possible to skip that specific cutscene. Believe me, I've tried every way I could, like in the past whenever I played Epic Mickey, and it's not possible. By the way, if you're wondering if I am touching a red flower in a red garden, I am not. Phew! Now I'll explain something. So I don't want to do any quest to open the bridge. I'm just very lazy, and I want to try something out just to get rid of this challenge so I can go move to the next color. So what I did was I tried to attempt the bridge skip, as I would call it. I'm not sure if there's an actual name, but basically there's this tiny hole, I guess, in between the bridge to Mickeyjunk Mountain and the wall. And you're able to get in there, but it's only a matter about jumping. So here, I can show you how to do it. First, you boost damage yourself by going to the thinner, and as you can see, there's this patch of grass that you can stand on. After that, you try to get into that hole in the bridge, and keep using your spin attack to get into that hole until the animation does not work when you try spinning. If that happens, congratulations, you have completed the skip, and now we can just move on to the projector. For this projector, I only counted 8 mandatory rating tickets, which is kind of a big jump from one ticket in through the mirror, but And now we finally reach Mickeyjunk Mountain. Are you ready for pain? I sure am. Anyways, instead of rescuing the gremlin here to open the lunchbox on the projector in this area, I just painted it in the TVs. I had only very little issues with touching red, and I did not touch any, I think. But now, we can get to the next projector hype. This projector, I only counted 5 mandatory rating tickets. Not bad! Okay then. But anyways, we got to the next area. So now we learn about our very first type of beetleworks, the hoppers. With these specific hoppers, they have red beaks, so I cannot touch their shell at all. So what I have to do is thin their shell out from far away and then spin attack near them when their shell is thinned out. And 2 more come out from this tunnel thing, but I just dodged them and went in the tunnel they entered. And for this part, there was quite a lot of red, specifically with this electric guitar. I did as best as I could to double jump and spin my way out to something that was not red, so that was good. Anyways, we came to this part, and now we learn about a new type of blotling, the Spladoosh. If you make a lot of noise, then they try to explode, which means you have to tiptoe. If you paint them with paint, they will calm down and not explode while thinning them. would make them explode a lot faster. This part I painted the gate because, well, why not? But anyways, we opened the gate and I went in. When I went in, there were these big piles of Mickey junk smushed together, so just make sure there was no red. I did not touch them. And now we get to this area. I'm not exactly sure what to call it, but it's on your screen. Anyways, we can do either two things. One, rescue Gremlin Braun, or two, put in the phone number. Since I did the glitch in Oztown, I was not really sure if the phone would have worked, so I just saved Gremlin Braun without touching red, which is perfect. And now these claws came out, and I went on them and then into the projector. In this projector, I got 12 mandatory ready tickets. That is a lot, but Anyways, I got to this area, which is good. And we have to open this gate if we want to get to Oswald. And we can do it by thinning or painting 7 blotlings, or by doing it ourselves. So what I did was just thin out all the blotlings because, well, that was much easier, obviously. And there was less red than doing that manually, most likely. But the gate is open. Perfect. And now welcome to HE double hockey sticks. Do you want to know why? Because of these stupid stairs. There's red literally everywhere on the stairs. Everywhere. There's literally nowhere to go except on the right edge and also the left. But I picked the right one because, well, yeah, I just like making it much harder for myself. And phew, that was over in like probably 3 minutes, which is great. And now that the hard part is over, we have this challenge with 3 projectors. And all of them are black and white with red e-tickets in each. So I'll just give a rundown of how many e-tickets there are in each. In the first projector, there were 3 mandatory red e-tickets. In the second projector, 3. And in the third, 12. Why? But now that that was over, I went to Oswald. Cutscene happened, and then we went back to Oztown, which is good. And everything looked the same from when the glitch happened. I was just confused because this is the first time I actually did the glitch, so I just wanted to know what Oztown looks like. And then anyways, I just went back to Mean Street, then to Gremlin Marcus, and then he told me that I have to have 5 power sparks, and I only had 1. So here's some things I did. First thing was I bought one from the Emporium for about 50 ready tickets that I got from the mandatory ones in the projectors because, I do not just get red one, it's not in the videos. I also did the first Buddy Children quest, and together, from all those things, that gives me 3 power sparks. I then did the first Detective Mickey quest for Horace, and I paid 50 tickets to get another power spark. And finally, I went to Oztown for Gilda's race. I knew that I would have to be right near red at some point, so I just did everything red. I thinned out everything red, and yeah, for taking on the race, and I completed it, which gave me a power spark. And now we have 5. And I got an extra one just to be safe from the Gag Factory rooftop. Oh, by the way, something funny I came along. If you thin out the thing holding the metal crate from falling, it just floats there. I'm guessing it's just because like the game does not really know what to do after you did that glitch. So yeah. Anyways, I went back to Mean Street, told Gremlin Marcus about the 5 power sparks, and then went to the projector. And guess what? We are in HE double hockey sticks again. You wanna know why? Because of Plutopia. Plutopia has a lot of red, so it's just really confusing and stressful. I noticed that like the floor and the houses were not really red, but more so mahogany, so I thought it was okay. But anyways, I got to the Nautilus, and that is where I'll end this video. So yeah, thank you guys, and hopefully you'll be here for part 3. Bye!